Episode 6 of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and things are moving pretty fast. I mean, we see the aftermath of Vanessa's death, what is going on with Fisk, and he literally kills the doctor who was trying to save Vanessa. I mean, that is classic Fisk. Things are moving pretty fast now. Things have reached a boiling point, not just with, the citizens of New York, but with Fisk as well. Even he is getting impatient. He is doing things which are quite on the contrary of, doing with them a steady mind. He's trying to ramp things up as well. And in the end of this episode, we of course get a confrontation with Daredevil and Kingpin. They're just brawling it out. Now, of course, this is the beginning of the end of this season. Only 2 episodes remain, so it will be interesting to see what happens by the end of it. Now, if I were to guess, I would say that Daredevil might put Fisk in a brutal position where he is just about to kill him, but then he gets arrested and then he's put into jail. Now again, Fisk's life will still be endangered. He'd still be on that edge of death, but still not dead. That might be the case that might see her. Now this is just a prediction, I'm just guessing what might happen, I'm not sure. Then we have a cameo from Jessica Jones in here. We see she has a daughter, and that kind of alludes to maybe Luke Cage being the father. And of course, certain set leaks that have happened from Daredevil Born Again Season 2 kind of show us Luke Cage being in here. He's also running for mayor. So again, that might be the case. And so it would definitely be interesting to see what happens in here and how this ends. And of course, we see a lot of brutality from the anti-vigilante task force, what they're doing against people. We see the rebellion of the people, how they're truly putting it out there now. And even the people are getting impatient. And now, a sad thing about this is that even if you are rebelling against the tyranny and a tyrant who's ruling over, it still hurts you. It still hurts you as people. It still has sacrifices from the people. And that is kind of the sad things about it. That is kind of the things which is like, you still have to sacrifice certain things. You still have to give away your people in order for freedom to be achieved. And we definitely see in here. And then again, Buck trying to console Heather, and Heather's descent into madness. We can totally see it here. We see it throughout the season, how she still is reminded of that point in moment where she was attacked by Muse, and it still haunts her. And she's slowly turning into him. She's slowly turning into the Muse, and this might be the character arc that they are going with. It seems like that. And then we see Daniel and BB, their relationship, how it's going, and BB leaking stuff. But again, that is a little complicated, and Daniel's life is endangered. We kind of saw that in the last episode with Buck and that. And then the Charles guy, he seems pretty up in the ladder. He seems pretty much having a lot of power, and we see that. But still, Fisk disobeys him. He still does what he wants because, of course, he's Fisk. He's a free agent. He doesn't, deal well with threats. But still, his role, like what is he doing, is still not sure. It's still not, like what is he here to do? It's still not pretty sure. We don't know what his purpose is. Like what he wants to get out of it, it is still not sure. But again, we see things getting pulled away from Fisk. We see Vanessa get pulled away from him. We see the support and the backing that he had get pulled away from him. And now there is no king and queen to rule over New York. There is just a tyrant, an emperor who's trying to hold everything down, which is Fisk. And yeah, let's see what happens by the end of this season. And it would pretty much be interesting. We also see Karen's descent into madness, where she's willing to kill Bullseye, where she's willing to do what Matt doesn't want to do, what Matt doesn't seem to be moral, or what do you say, righteous. Yet she's willing to do that. And I mean, from her side, it is obvious. It is still kind of like, these people are killing all, and so many innocent people. All these innocent lives are at stake, and these people are to be confronted by it. These people are to be blamed for it, and for that part she is right. But Daredevil doesn't believe in that vengeance of justice. He doesn't believe in that taking a life for a life. For Bullseye, it is still pretty much like an equation. He still sees as, I took a life, you take my life, we are done. The equation is done. It's done. It's equal. But for Daredevil, it's forgiveness, it's mercy, it's about seeing better than them. And that will definitely be interesting to see where it takes us through this finale. Now, only 2 episodes are left. It would definitely be interesting to see where that leads us. And again, a beautiful thing that is happening is for the first 6 months of this year, we are just on the street side of the MCU. From Wonder Man to Daredevil to Punisher to Spider-Man, everything is just street level, nothing that huge. I mean, sure, the occasions and the events in here are huge, but they are still very ground level. They're still very much affecting of what is happening in this reality, of what is happening on Earth, on a little side of a planet. And that is very interesting, that even in such places huge things can happen. And by the end of it, and this will of course end with Spider-Man, which directly leads into Doomsday, which is like this cosmic multiversal level, event movie that we are going to see this year. So yeah, it's just beautiful to see all these things just happening, all these things just happening here on Earth, on one side of the planet, on just New York. Most of it's just focused on New York, and then we directly jump into like the big mess, the big battle, the big event scenario, the big thing of this year, the big event of this year, Doomsday. So yeah, it's just great. I'm loving the MCU journey, especially for this year. It is very much hopeful, it is very much grounded, it is very much realistic, and it is very much hopeful as well. And that's it for this one. Sub to the channel, and I'll see you in the next.